You know that feeling when everyone talks about road trips and the freedom of the open road? But for you, even the sight of your car keys makes your stomach drop? While your friends are complaining about traffic, you're secretly calculating how to avoid that one specific highway exit, or even better, finding a way to not go at all. If this sounds like you, congratulations, you're not weak and you're not incapable. You are actually experiencing a high-level psychological defense mechanism that has completely hijacked your nervous system. Here's the thing nobody tells you. Driving phobia isn't about being a bad driver. It's a primal human crisis of control, and science shows that your brain is actually processing the road differently than everyone else. Today, we're diving into the dark corners of the mind to understand why your brain turned a tool of freedom into a cage of anxiety and exactly how to take the wheel of your life back. Welcome to a space where we decode the invisible mechanisms of the mind. Driving phobia, known scientifically as otophobia or Amaxophobia, is more than just being nervous. It is a primal human crisis of control. In a world that demands mobility, being unable to drive feels like a loss of sovereignty. It shrinks your world, limits your career, and erodes your self-esteem. But why does the brain choose the car as its battlefield? Why does a machine designed for liberation become a cage for your anxiety? To solve this, we have to look past the engine and the road and look directly into your nervous system. If you've ever felt that sudden surge of dread before a highway exit or the shaking hands that refuse to turn the key, this deep dive is for you. Stick with me, because we are about to dismantle this fear, brick by brick. To conquer a fear, you must first understand how it is built. In the center of your brain sits the amygdala, an ancient almond-shaped structure designed for one thing: survival. Its job is to detect threats. When you face the prospect of driving, your amygdala isn't seeing a commute, it's seeing a predator. It triggers a fight, flight, or freeze response that bypasses your logic entirely. This is the amygdala hijack. Your heart races, your vision narrows, and your breath becomes shallow. Your rational mind tries to tell you that thousands of people are driving safely at this very moment, but the primitive brain doesn't care about statistics. It only cares about the perceived lack of control. In a car, you are moving at speeds humans weren't evolutionarily designed for, surrounded by unpredictable strangers. For an anxious mind, this is a perfect storm. The fear isn't of the car itself. It's a fear of what might happen if the illusion of control shatters. No fear grows in a vacuum. If you struggle with this, your mind is likely reacting to a ghost from your past or your environment. There are 4 primary psychological pathways that lead here. First is the obvious: trauma. A past accident, even a minor one, can leave a sensory scar. Your brain associates the smell of the interior, the sound of the blinker, or the sight of a specific intersection with mortal danger. Second is vicarious learning. Did you grow up with a parent who gasped every time a car merged nearby? Did you hear constant stories about how dangerous the roads are? We are social learners. You may have inherited a fear that was never yours to begin with. Third is the overlap with generalized anxiety. Often, the fear of driving is just the most visible symptom of a broader struggle with panic or agoraphobia, the fear of being in a place where escape might be difficult. The car becomes a trap, a mobile prison, where you fear having a medical or emotional crisis with nowhere to go. Finally, there is the confidence gap. Sometimes it's not trauma, but a lack of mastery. It's not just about knowing how to drive, it's about trusting your ability to react when things go wrong. This often affects perfectionists. If you feel you must be a perfect driver to be a safe driver, the pressure becomes unbearable. Every honk from another car feels like a personal failure. Every minor mistake feels like a death sentence. You aren't afraid of the road. You are afraid of your own perceived incompetence. If you never felt truly competent during your training, your brain interprets your lack of skill as a permanent threat to your life. Here is the most dangerous part of driving phobia. The more you avoid it, the stronger it gets. In psychology, we call this negative reinforcement. Every time you decide to take the bus, ask for a ride, or stay home to avoid driving, your brain feels a sudden wave of relief. This relief feels good, so your brain records a message: avoiding the car kept us alive, we must do it again. Over time, your safety zone shrinks. You start by avoiding highways, then busy intersections, then driving at night, until eventually, even the driveway feels like a bridge too far. You aren't just avoiding a road, you are training your brain to be afraid of its own potential. You start engaging in safety behaviors, gripping the wheel until your knuckles turn white, or checking your mirrors 50 times a minute. These behaviors don't keep you safe. They keep you hypervigilant, exhausted, and convinced that disaster is only a second away. This cycle is exhausting, but it is not permanent. Your brain is plastic. It can be retaught. You weren't born with a fear of driving, which means you don't have to die with it. You have the power to reclaim the open road and the freedom it represents. But how do you move from the paralyzing freeze of a panic attack to the calm confidence of a master? How do you silence the amygdala and let the rational mind take back the wheel? We are going to explore the radical psychological shifts and practical exposure techniques used by top therapists to break the grip of otophobia. If you're ready to expand your world again, make sure you've hit that subscribe button. The road ahead is yours to own. Let's move into the solutions. To dismantle driving phobia, we don't start with the car. We start with the body. The first tool in your arsenal is tactical breathing. By consciously slowing your breath, you send a physical signal to the amygdala that the predator has left and the danger is over. This isn't just relaxation. It's a manual override of your nervous system. Next, we use what therapists call systematic desensitization. We don't ask you to drive 100 miles on day one. We break the fear into tiny, manageable pieces. We start by just sitting in the driver's seat in your driveway without the keys. Then, we move to starting the engine, then driving around the block. The goal is to prove to your brain that the anxiety will peak and then naturally drop, even if you do nothing. This is called habituation. Your brain eventually gets bored of the fear. But this only works if you stop using your safety behaviors. Loosen your grip on the wheel. Stop checking the mirrors every 2 seconds. When you drop these crutches, you finally give your brain the chance to see that you are actually safe. It's a process of retraining your survival instincts to realize that the road is not a battlefield, but a path to your own life. Trust the car, trust the road, but most importantly, trust yourself. The journey back to the driver's seat starts with a single, quiet breath. You've got this. Reclaiming your life from driving phobia isn't about being fearless. It's about being brave enough to be uncomfortable. Every time you choose to face the road, even for a minute, you are taking back a piece of your freedom. You are proving to your amygdala that you are the one in charge, not the fear. The world is much bigger than the few miles around your house. Don't let a malfunctioning survival instinct keep you from seeing it. There is a whole horizon waiting for you, and you have everything you need to reach it. If this video helped you understand your mind a little better, share it with someone who needs to hear they aren't alone. This is Psyche Power. Drive safe, and we'll see you in the next deep dive.